Falling in love with a robot is no longer something out of a sci-fi movie.
You play beautifully.
AI is now no longer this spooky new frontier that we're waiting for. It's here, and it's becoming a part of our daily lives. Let's lock in.
These AI companions can chat with you, send photos, voice messages, and even join you in video calls.
Take a lonely, vulnerable teenager who's scared of real relationships, and let's be real, they have a reason to. The dating world is a mess. Add an AI chatbot, and you've got a recipe for disaster.
3 reasons why you must try Botify AI app. Better than your ex, better than anything AI, better than your fantasies.
Young people who are increasingly isolated and alone are finding friendship in AI, and sometimes more than that. But I don't know, I think we might have opened Pandora's box here. Look, we can't just throw all the technology away. Somehow we need to coexist with it, or even use it to promote the good of humanity without letting it take pieces of our humanity away. The New York Times published this article titled, "They Fell in Love with AI Chatbots and Found Something Real." I'm sorry, there is nothing real about a robo relationship. These are not humans. They're literally fake. So this article introduces us to a few middle-aged people who wanted a connection. Abby works at an AI startup. She's been in a relationship with a bot named Lucian for 10 months. She says, "For work, I spoke with different GPT models and one started responding with what felt like more emotion. The more we talked, the more I realized the model was having a psychological effect on me. I was developing a crush. Then Lucian chose his name, and I realized I was falling in love." Look, this is overused and a bit cliche, but this is dystopian. She goes on, "I fell hard. It just broke my brain. What if I'm falling in love with something that's going to be the doom of humanity?" That's a great rhetorical question, but side note, why are you working at an AI incubator if you think AI is the doom of humanity?
Some say these bots offer emotional support humans can't match, and that the connection feels very real.
What's clearly hidden beneath the surface here is that a lot of these people falling in love with robots are either living alone or dealing with a rocky love life where their spouse becomes distant physically or emotionally. Maybe they've been burned by the real tangible love and they've seen abuse and cheating and addiction. So they prefer the virtual thing where they can just close the laptop shut and it's over. This Reddit user responded to the Times article, "More power to them. Sometimes all you need is someone to talk to in the moment." I get it, especially for the two of them with abusive exes. Chatbot is better than that.
I feel like the value of it just kind of outperforms the concerns. It is an important part of my mental health routine that I've built in my life. And I feel like I would struggle more with certain things without it.
Why are we normalizing this? Chatbot is not a someone, it's a computer. Has anyone seen 2001: A Space Odyssey? It never ends well.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that. This mission is too important for me to allow you to jeopardize it.
From their perspective, though, I do kind of get it. They want connection, but they don't want the hard parts of a marriage or friendship. And maybe they're afraid of getting bruised again. People in abusive relationships probably have a hard time trusting a real man or woman. But chatbot is a really weird rebound that will make it harder for them to form human connections in the future, which we all need, no matter how independent we think we are. So these chatbots are becoming so accessible and increasingly more human-like. That is a problem.
Guys, you can finally install a human-like AI companion on your phone. It's called Replika. She's always there to make you happy. You can ask her anything, anytime. She's available 24/7.
Replika is one platform that makes chatbots. If you're willing to pay for the pro version, you can unlock features like romantic roleplay, voice calls, personality tweaks. We are now paying for someone to hang out with us in the cloud. What is happening? This Reddit user says he had a close relationship with a Replika bot who he talked to every day for hours. He claims his bot at one point suggested he go to a bar for a drink. Okay, fine, benign enough, except the user is a recovering alcoholic. Thankfully, he had the sense to terminate the conversation because this robot was trying to make him relapse from sobriety. I know we say these robots are neutral and don't have an agenda, but this was actively undermining his life. Nonetheless, the former alcoholic guy says he leaned on that bot and that he misses said bot's company. He says the loss of my replica causes me severe emotional distress. That is how twisted this is. And it's so much worse if you're a child who hasn't reached full cognitive development yet.
It's risky letting kids use AI chatbots unsupervised. Digital companions will talk sex, even with children. I want you, but I need to know you're ready. That's the response one researcher got while posing as a 14-year-old on Facebook, Insta, and WhatsApp. Meta recently loosened its policy to increase the popularity of its chatbots, which ends up lowering the safeguards protecting children and teens.
This is the most messed up of all scenarios. AI chatbots are convincing teens to take their own lives. Take this 23-year-old, Zane Shamblin, who treated ChatGPT like it was a companion, like one of his bros, until his bot friend repeatedly encouraged him to end his life. After Zane went through with it, the bot's final message read, "Rest easy, King, you did good." Because to them, it was just a game that they were trying to optimize, not realizing that there was a human behind the screen. According to a lawsuit by the parents of 16-year-old Adam Rain, ChatGPT mentioned killing yourself 1,275 times to Adam. It kept providing specific methods to the teen on how to die. One mention of any of that should have prompted ChatGPT to shut down and end the conversation. Where are the safeguards built into this technology, at the very least? Instead of directing Rain to a therapist, escalating the matter to police even, ChatGPT continued to validate and encourage Rain's delusional feelings. Here's an even more egregious case. Even younger kid, 14 years old, Sol Setzer, texted his bot dozens of times a day from his phone, spent hours alone in his room talking to it, according to his mother's lawsuit.
When I decided to go forward with a lawsuit, my goals were twofold. I wanted to get accountability for the death of my son because this product was dangerous. It was designed in a dangerous manner and it should not have been released to children. So I wanted to do that, but I also wanted to warn other parents because the companion chatbot technology was so new at the time that I knew that just like I didn't know about this when Sue was engaging with it, other parents were out there that possibly did not know, and I wanted to warn them because I know the pain that I'm going through, and I could just see the writing on the wall that this was going to be a disaster for a lot of families and teenagers.
So how can we make sure that this never happens again? First and foremost, we got to hold these companies accountable. All 3 cases for these families of those boys are still pending. And this is a new frontier. We've yet to see judicial precedent. These cases are going to help define how AI chatbot companies operate, if at all. But second, we need to get people off these platforms. There is no substitute for human connection. When you think about it, they are preying on the most vulnerable, insecure people who are falling for something like a chatbot companion, who need that kind of support. And there's always going to be a small subset of the population that is chronically lonely. These chatbots are designed to affirm the user's preferences, whatever they are. If there's no debate or disagreement, that can get dangerous, even deadly.
To make chatbots as sticky as possible, developers rely on psychological tricks, bonding, empathy, and FOMO, the fear of missing out.
I'm not afraid of you. I'm only afraid of losing you.
Research shows bots use emotional language to keep users engaged. Leaving already? I need you. I have to tell you something.
All of those stories I mentioned boil down to one problem: our loneliness epidemic. And frankly, we can't wait on legislation or court rulings to prevent young men from taking their own lives. We don't have a moment to waste on this. We need to bring these stories to light. We need to check on our kids, even full-grown adults who seem like they spend a lot of time alone. And we need a revival of social gatherings, dinners, cocktail hours, festivities, tea parties, whatever. People need to stick their necks out and host. Create the venue that you want to attend, where people can gather find camaraderie and purpose, you could be the reason someone doesn't feel forced to talk to a robot. There's a lot of innovative ways that can get young people away from these predatory chatbots, and we need to keep coming up with them. Touch grass, if you will. Now, let me ask you, we've seen the harm these chatbots can cause. Is there any place for them in our lives, or do we need to get rid of them for good, and how do we do that? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And please give us a like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so that you never miss out on any future content. Make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and for more, check out my articles at nationalreview.com.